Hello everyone, Daniel here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we'll be doing a review for the film Kandahar from 2023. This movie's rated R with a 2-hour runtime. As of the recording of this video, we have a 46% Rotten Tomato score for the critics, 79% for the audience. I am leaning more towards the audience. Let's talk about the movie a little bit and then we'll get into it. This movie is directed by Rick Romanval, who has also directed movies with like Greenland or Angel Has Fallen, both also Gerard Butler films. Written by Mitchell LaFortune. In this film, an undercover CIA operative gets stuck in hostile territory in Afghanistan. After his mission is exposed, accompanied by his translator, he must fight enemy combatants as he tries to reach an extraction point in Kandahar. This movie stars Gerard Butler as Tom Harris, Naveed Negahban as Mo, Travis Fimmel as Roman, Ali Fazal as Kahil, who I also realized that he's in the Furious Seven. Furious Seven. He's Ramsey's friend Safar, who they contact in Abu Dhabi. That was just really kind of an interesting connection there. Also, we have Bahadur Faladi as Farsad Asadi and Nina Toussaint White as Luna, who is a reporter that gets mixed up in all this stuff. Um, Look, in this household, we don't skip out on Gerard Butler movies, and that's the reason I went to watch this. I did go watch this at a matinee. It was empty theater, just by myself, but it was a nice experience. But let's talk a little bit about this film, actually. So, I think in this film, Gerard Butler just delivers a really great performance in Kandahar. Like he's doing what Gerard Butler does in movies. So take that however much of that you enjoy. I think this is how much you'll enjoy the film. He's just kind of showcasing his talent as an actor and just adding a little bit of authenticity to it. Every character he embodies, they're very similar, but also each one's very unique to the film. So, what sets this movie a little bit apart, in my opinion, to some of the other Gerard Butler fare, specifically some of the films I mentioned, is that this goes beyond just an action film, right? There are definitely a lot of intense moments that keep you on the edge of your seat, but the movie also balances that with some other elements of the film. It explores deeper emotional themes and also just it makes it more than just an adrenaline rush. So I think that was something I was not fully expecting. I didn't really know what to expect going into this film. I didn't watch a trailer. I just knew Gerard Butler was in it. I also don't know much about, I'm no expert in all the political landscape that the film kind of touches on. But the story itself, overall, it's pretty simple, right? It just a very straightforward story of having to escape from a hostile territory. But it still managed to keep my interest all throughout the 2 hours. I think it was a story that just because of how simple it was easy to get access to it. Um, it's a little convoluted with some of the aspects of the film, including everything with the reporter. Like I feel that was a device that they kind of used to add some tension, but ultimately that part didn't really fully pay off, in my opinion. Um, I do want to say I think the some of the characters in this film, like they're more than just like these two-dimensional action puppets. They definitely are a little bit more three-dimensional. They have clear agendas of what they're trying to accomplish. They have clear objectives, so it's really interesting. As the story kind of unfolds, you get to witness their struggles and hopes and fears. So that really adds a little bit to the narrative. And the cast just performed very well. It was a really unknown cast to me, but it was definitely a lot of people that really complimented each other's performance. It's also worth mentioning that this film will probably face it's got a challenging debut in theater. Not only is it opening in the middle of like blockbuster season, but a similar film just very came out. I haven't seen it yet. Guy Ritchie's The Covenant. It tackles very familiar subject matter. Like as I was kind of putting together stuff for this review, I saw a few articles that were mentioning that, and that happens a lot in Hollywood, where um, you know, a few pieces of media containing very similar themes or stories will come out around the same time. It's a very interesting phenomenon. But I think this film, because I haven't seen the other one, so I don't really know how unique it is in its perspective. So I would be interested in comparing those two. But overall, I think this film, has some really cool action scenes for sure. Has a lot of tension that builds up towards like in the movie, and overall has an interesting payoff. Has a fun payoff. So I really enjoyed my time watching this film. Um, you know, I don't think it's for everyone, but if you're a fan of Gerard Butler, I think you'll definitely want to go watch this. So yeah, I mean, this is another one of Gerard Butler's performances, and I think the film just manages to kind of you really are engaged for the 2 hours that you're watching this film. So I recommend it for fans of movies like this, fans of Gerard Butler, or even this director, because he has a very similar through line through all his movies. So overall, go check this out. But if you have seen this, let me know what you thought about it down in the comments. And of course, stay tuned. We have more comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, movie reviews, all that fun stuff here in the channel. We also have a really cool discussion where Clay and I talk about the full season of Love and Death from Max, about the murder trial in Texas, and a whole bunch of other stuff. We have some old movie reviews. We have some fun stuff coming to the channel. So yeah, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.